stop creating content, at least in the way you're doing it right now, because there is a completely different approach that one of our students used to get 6 clients in her first week. Another got their very first qualified leads in less than 24 hours after months of posting into the void. And they are the same steps that we used to add $11,832 of reoccurring revenue in the last 8 days. Here's the problem. You wake up, you check your DMs, empty. You post something you spent hours crafting, 2 likes, and one of them was your mom, and 0 sales. But then you see other people making sales like crazy, and some of them aren't even that good. And you wonder, what do they know that I don't?
So while you've been creating value content and building your brand because Alex Hormozi and Gary Vee said so, your competitors are using a completely different playbook. They're not better than you. They're not smarter than you. They just understand something that you don't yet. And over the next 8 minutes or so, their advantage over you is going to disappear.
By the end of this video, you will understand why the places you're posting right now are client graveyards and the shocking places your dream clients are actually begging for help. The forward question that makes someone stop mid-scroll and think, how did they know exactly what I'm going through? And here's the big one. Why getting people to say one specific word changes everything about how they see you. And fair warning, once you see this, you can't unsee it. You will realize why 90% of business content gets ignored. And you might even get a little bit angry about all the time you've wasted. Okay, so let's expose the first big lie about finding clients. Here's a myth. Ready? Build it and they will come. Post consistently and clients will find you. Have you ever heard that? Your dream clients are not just casually browsing, hoping to discover you. They're in specific places, desperately typing their problems into search bars, begging for help in communities, and having conversations about the exact problems you can solve. We just talked to someone who had been posting on Instagram for months. Good content, valuable tips, all the hashtags, 0 sales. And within a few minutes, we found places where people were literally posting urgent. Does anyone know someone who can help me with the exact thing that she solves? She realized she had been shouting into an empty room while people in another room were asking exactly what she does. Every single day, her ideal clients were posting things like, I need recommendations for somebody who can help with this problem. Please help. I can't figure out this problem. The exact same problems that she solves.
Stop trying to interrupt people's day with your content. Go where they already are raising their hand and asking for help. Think about it. If you broke a tooth, would you scroll Instagram and hope that you find a dentist? No. You'd go straight to a local Facebook group and ask, hey, does anybody know of a good dentist who could see me right now? Your clients do the exact same thing for whatever it is that you offer. They're going to Facebook groups, Reddit threads, Discord servers, Slack communities, any number of places where their people are naturally hanging out with other people just like them, and they're directly posting about their problems, asking for help, asking for recommendations. The people that we see struggling are trying to create demand in the middle of nowhere. The ones who succeed are simply finding where the demand already exists. It's kind of like if you were to set up a lemonade stand in the middle of the desert versus setting one up outside of a busy gym on a hot day. Most entrepreneurs are setting up in the desert, wondering, why is nobody here? Why is nobody buying anything? And their competitors are just in a better location where thirsty people are walking by. And it's crazy because even if you have the best lemonade of all time and their lemonade is terrible, they're still going to outsell you all day, every single day.
But here's where it gets interesting. Even when you find these gold mines of perfect clients, most people still blow it. They show up and they immediately repel everyone. And do you want to know why? Strategy number 2 is about becoming magnetic in these spaces. And this is where most people sabotage themselves without even realizing it. When you show up where your dream clients are, most people immediately blow it. They see someone asking for help and they jump in with, hey, I can help. Here's my website. Dead on arrival. Here's what actually works. You need to become magnetic in these spaces. Instead of selling, you demonstrate deep understanding. One approach that works scary well is the hidden reason response. Someone posts, "I keep failing at meal prep. Any tips?" The average coach might say, "Yeah, here are my 5 best meal prep tips," and then give their list. But here's what actually works, okay? Listen. The hidden reason meal prep fails by Wednesday isn't lack of willpower. It's that you're meal prepping for the person you want to be, someone who loves kale, instead of the person who you are, someone who needs comfort food after stressful days. The solution isn't better containers. It's a completely different approach that works with your actual life instead of against it. Do you see the difference? You are not giving tips. You're showing that you understand the real problem better than they do. Watch what happens, okay? People don't just thank you. They follow you. They check out your profile. They remember your name because you are the one person who actually gets it.
Okay, so what's cool is this is just one of over 10 magnetic approaches that we teach, and each one of them triggers a different reaction. Some position you as the expert, others as the guide who has been there, others as the detective who spots the thing that everyone else misses, and there are several more. And when you know even just a few of these and rotate through them, you become the obvious choice in any community. But here's where I see people get so close and it just falls apart. They get all of this engagement, all of these comments, people following them, and then nothing happens. No clients, no sales. You want to know the missing piece that changes everything?
This is the $1 million shift. And when you get this, everything clicks. Here's a mistake that everyone makes. They create interest, but no clear next step. It's like a restaurant letting you smell the amazing food and see others eating and getting you hungry, and then they never actually give you a menu. This is what hit me like a brick. People were interested in my content, but they didn't know I could actually help them. They thought that I was just another person sharing tips. And here's the one word that changes everything. Interested. Okay? At the end of your magnetic content, you want to say something like, "I actually have a framework that eliminates this problem completely. If you want to see how it works, just comment interested below." Or if you're a fitness coach, "I have a 10-minute morning routine that burns more fat than an hour of cardio. Drop routine below if you want it." Okay, here's why this works. It's because 3 psychological triggers fire at once, okay? Number 1, they're making a micro commitment. It's tiny, but it's powerful. Number 2, they are self-selecting as someone who wants help, right? You're not just saying you need help. You are saying, if you want help, comment this keyword, and they're like, "I want help," right? So they're self-selecting themselves as someone who wants help. Number 3, they are giving you permission to help them. But here's the gap, and be honest with yourself here. Do you have a clear framework? Do you know exactly what to say when they comment? Do you have a system, or are you winging it? The difference between struggling entrepreneurs and successful ones isn't talent. It's having a proven system for every step of the process, and most people are trying to figure it out alone. Look, I could end this video here, and you'd have more than most people ever figure out, but here's what I know will happen, and call me out if I'm wrong. You'll watch this, think, "That makes total sense," maybe even save it to watch again, and then next week you'll be posting the same old content to the same empty room, and not because you're lazy, but because there are 100 micro decisions between an idea and actually doing it. What exact group should you target? What specific words trigger the "finally someone gets it" response? How do you have a conversation with these people without being salesy? What do you do if somebody has objections? What do you do when someone ghosts? These details are everything. One wrong word can kill a conversation, and one right word can create a client. And that is exactly why we created Digital Marketer School. It's a complete training system that walks you through implementing this step by step. We talk about the frameworks for how to identify where your clients gather, content approaches and templates that create the "finally someone gets it" moment, and the psychology and principles for turning engagement into conversations. But here's what makes this different is you are not doing this alone. You join a community of people on the exact same journey, all figuring this out together. The energy in there is incredible. Members celebrating their first hand raiser, sharing what's working, troubleshooting together. When someone gets their first client, the whole community celebrates. Plus, you get access to our monthly group coaching calls where we tackle real member challenges. We select different situations to coach through live so everyone learns from real world examples. One of the techniques we share, members use all the time, because some of them are getting their very first qualified leads within a few hours of using it. Everybody goes wild and celebrates together when someone posts their results from it. Okay, so you can try to figure this out alone, and some people do it, but it usually takes months, if not years, of trial and error. Or you can use the system we've already perfected and see results in your first week, like our student who got 6 clients within 6 days of joining.
Let's make this ridiculously simple. Stop posting random content, hoping that clients just happen to find you, and start going where they already are, speak their language, and invite them to raise their hand. It's not about creating more content. It's about creating the right moments in the right places with the right words. Can you try a quick little check with me right here? Think about the last 30 posts that you put up. How many clients did you get from that? And if the answer makes you uncomfortable, you know something might need to change.
So here's the fork in the road. You can either take what you learned today, try to piece it together yourself, and maybe in a few months you'll crack the code, or you can join Digital Marketer School right now and have your first hand raisers by this time next week.
The saddest part, it's not just the clients that you're not getting. It's that right now, today, someone is looking for exactly what you offer. They're in pain. They need help. They would happily pay you. They just can't find you. And tomorrow, they're going to hire someone else who isn't half as good as you because that person knows about these 3 steps. Let's fix that together. See you on the inside.